Welcome back to the player career mode here on FC24 with Forbes on Arsenal. We are here in the Europa League round of 16. We are just getting straight into the action here. It's the second leg of the Europa League round of 16. We won the first leg away from home thanks to a Forbes winner in like the 70th minute. We're now back at the Emirates looking to seal the deal and move us into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Our aim is obviously to win the Europa League. Our aim is also to win the Premier League, which we're looking really good now there. And if we are to win the Premier League next season, I think next season anyway, next season will be the final season of this series. And then we'll get our upload schedule will change a little bit into the release of FC25. Saka now. Saka, still Bakayo. Into Forge, first time finish. The keeper saves. It's out for a corner. The cross comes in. Forbes on the header. Davies on the rebound. Surely that goes over the line. It does go over the line. It's 1-0 for Arsenal. It's 2-0 on aggregate. Alphonso Davies is able to get the ball across the line off of the rebound off my header. That nearly went to the back of the net, and it's 1-0, and it's 2-0 on aggregate here. You can see the GDS system here working, or the GD system, I should say, not GDS. It literally is the GDS system, not G whatever. But you can see it's over the line, and we double the aggregate lead here early on into the game, set the tone of the game, push Atlanta to open up a lot more, a lot quicker than what they probably want to as well. So we'll happily take that. Forbes passed it to himself essentially there. I was going to look for Trossard. It didn't work out, but Forbes will take it himself, and Forbes will find the back of the net, and we'll triple the aggregate lead here in the 33rd minute. Forbes looking to put this tie to bed in only the first half here. And I think it might be good enough for us to actually quick sim the rest of the game here and try and get to more action. Coop Miners, Master Pooch, and Colomwani. And Atalanta will get one back right before halftime. Ramsdale, if a keeper is still Ramsdale, came out way too early, way too impatiently. He was never going to get to that ball. He even hesitated. And unfortunately, that will put a chip in the dent there. It's still a 3-1 lead at the break, though, and I still think we're quite comfortable to be able to go into the quarterfinals here. And I'm honestly so comfortable, I'm going to request a sub and just quick sim. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of just quick simming, I'm actually going to go ahead and request a sub here. So we're going to do that. We had an 8.5 match rating. We played 45 minutes, obviously, there. 8.5, our conversion rate. We had one shot. No, we had two shots, technically. Does a header count as a shot is a question. If it counts as a shot, then we had two. We actually had three. So we had a 33% possession rate there. And hopefully we are going to pick up all 3 points here. We can obviously just go ahead and do this. And then we have to obviously get subbed here, in which we are going to get subbed. Who's coming on for me, actually? I don't even see that. I'll see in a second. And oh my lord. They made it interesting there in the 48th minute, getting that early goal. It was Nketiah to come on top of us. That sounds mental. But it was Nketiah to come on for us, I should say. And then Trossard thankfully put the game to bed again in the 73rd minute. That got hairy. That could have got hairy. But a 4-2 win. We are into the quarterfinals. And the round of 16 results are all done and dusted as well. We have Copenhagen moving on against Feyenoord. We have Sporting taking off Frankfurt. We have Atletico Madrid taking down Helsinki. However, it took a 2-0 win for Atletico Madrid to actually get there. They lost that first game 3-2, it looks like. We have Marseille taking care of business against Celtic, especially in that second leg. Atletico, but despite the 1-0 loss, they move on off of aggregate 3-2. And then Napoli and Salzburg both take down their opponents on penalties after a stalemate on aggregate after 2 legs there. So it'll be interesting to see who we get in the quarterfinals. We obviously want to kind of avoid Atletico Madrid. Those are the strongest team. It's Atletico Madrid and Napoli and even Lazio are the strongest teams in the competition left. So if we cannot get them possibly even all the way to the final, that would be great. And now we have international. I don't care about international duty right now. I wish I could retire from international duty, but you can't. Looking at the league table, we are 1 point behind Manchester City. So we're in a tighter race. It's not like we're far off. We're up there. However, before we check out the Premier League, let's go ahead and look at the Europa League here. The quarterfinal matchups, and we get Atletico Madrid. We get the real one team that we did not, and we get them. I was kind of hoping they faced off against Napoli or something like that. And did Lazio lose? Oh, Lazio did lose. So I was speaking on my ass there. So I was kind of hoping Atletico would take on Napoli in all honesty. But we now have to take down Atletico Madrid. But however, if we are to take down Atletico Madrid, that will open the door for us to be able to win the entire competition. We have Manchester City up next-ish on the Premier League record. We're going to play Man City. We're going to skip these 2 games. We're going to play Man City, play Atletico Madrid, and maybe even play Manchester United as well, depending on how things goes there. Let's go ahead and simulate through these games. Hopefully pick up all 6 points out of the 2 there, and then move on into Manchester City. Hopefully top of the table, or at least able to play for top of the table. We'll get this game done, and we win 2-0. Smith Rowe and Forbes on the score sheet. And then next up is a Bournemouth right before the week, and it took a Saka 89th minute goal to equalize to pick up a point. That is not what you need, especially when you believe Manchester City are just going to keep on winning here. We might now be 3 points behind them. And we are somehow only 1 point behind them. So they also won and drew their 2 games that they had as well. So that is interesting. So we are still only 1 point behind them. We can leapfrog them over now if we are to take down Manchester City. However, before we get that, we have another recommended club here. And it might be the most disrespectful thing I've seen. Over from, is this the Indian Super League? It is the Indian Super League. Hyderabad won us for 7K a week. That's the max they can add. It's just actually is diabolical there, but we still have Napoli, Milan, Brentford, and Tottenham. Obviously, the target club is Real Madrid. It's either Arsenal or Real Madrid. It's as simple as that. It's Arsenal or Real Madrid. Those are the only 2 clubs that I would go to. And I'm having a sneaky feeling it might be Arsenal, or maybe we finally get out of England for the final season. But here we go. It's Arsenal versus Manchester City. Zaire Emery, Declan Rice, and Odegaard starting in the midfield. Virgil van Dijk, Ignacio, Trent, Davies, Smith Rowe on the left-hand side, Saka down the right-hand side. At the Arsenal Stadium, let's get to it. At the Emirates, here we go. The most important game left of the season in the Premier League itself. It's us versus Man City. We don't have Tottenham anymore. We still have Man United coming up next, possibly this episode. We have Newcastle as well, who were just sitting in 3rd. They were like 8 points behind us now. So there's still some tough games left to go in the cup competition. But this one is the one that will kind of set the tone for the rest of the season, possibly. Saka, quick from Forbes there. Now Saka over the top, back to Forbes. Is actually on the ground, but Forbes will take it anyway. And Forbes now, a difficult angle. That's always rising. He had the pass to Smith Rowe. He didn't take it. A little bit of a greediness there, though. Smith Rowe putting that pressure off for the kickoff. Now Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery now trying to cross it into the box towards Saka, possibly. That didn't work out. And Rodri just gets the ball away. And somebody got the header. Of course, it had to be Erling Haaland. I wasn't paying attention. Normally the AI don't score corners like this on player career mode. Except this time they do. Erling Haaland, he will always score the corner there. 1-0 for Manchester City. And we're down behind. Looking to go 4 points behind Manchester City. That is not what you want in a title race there for sure. Forbes now will pick up the ball, but Kabori will be there to intercept it. Smith Rowe. Forbes now over the top, and Forbes will bring it down. He has Saka, but he also has Zaire Emery. And Zaire Emery now near post. Ederson saves corner for Arsenal. Kabori into Kovacevic, and Kovacic, whatever you want to call him. Grealish now. And Grealish. Ramsdale will parry it away. Another corner looming for City here. Another heading opportunity for Erling Haaland, possibly. He's in the box. He's right there. Can they find him? No. It's looking really unlikely. It's looking more likely that Man City will score again. Davies, Smith Rowe, Declan Rice. Forbes into Odegaard. Odegaard, Saka, over the top for Forbes. Can Forbes bring it down? He does bring it down. Chased down by multiple defenders, though. He just ran straight into the path of Araujo. And I might be getting subbed out here. I think I am getting subbed out here. I am getting subbed out. Wow. A horrific performance, not for myself, but as well as this whole entire club. We played, I don't even know how many minutes we just played there, but it was a horrific situation. Well, we played like 75 minutes or something like that, and we are probably going to go ahead and lose this game now. We played around 80 minutes, so we are going to go ahead and just jump to the end of the game. Did we lose 1-0? We do lose 1-0. That is a gut-wrenching punch there. We just got to take it on the chin. It's time to move our shift and focus onto the Europa League now, away from home against Atletico Madrid here. The only change from that game is Yordo starting for Ramsdale and Lakanga starting for Odegaard. Forbes now. Forbes. Still Forbes. Long range from Forbes. Had to get something going. Had to wake this team up. Oblak makes a fantastic save. It stays in bounds. And now Declan Rice is on the ball. Lenny Yordo. Zaire. Forbes. Lakanga. Forbes. Saka. Bakayo will lose the ball. It'll fall straight to Gabriel. And we'll go on halftime, 0-0 here at the break. A very boring first half. We had the most interesting thing that happened, that shot from long range, but that was the only interesting thing that happened in the first half. Zaire, Forbes. Gabriel's not closing down until now, and he does it so beautifully as well. Wow. Bentancur for Atletico. Joao Felix for Atletico. Last chance of the game. Inacio will deal with it. It's a 0-0 stalemate in the first leg. We'll go back to the Emirates. Pretty much one game to go. I mean, it is one game to go. It's a clean sheet. 0-0. It's time for the second leg here. It was 0-0. At the first leg, after the first leg, we're now here to try and turn that result. There must be a winner here, so it won't be a stalemate. Could go to penalty shootout, though. Let's get into the game at the Emirates. We left it with Chelsea. We could have won it with, actually, no, Chelsea was in Conference League. We got to see how they are doing there. Forbes taken out early. It's an early challenge for Molina. It's an early yellow card for Molina. And it's an early chance for us to possibly put this into the box and maybe try and find a header of like a Virgil or something. We not put too much power on it. It's a little terrible. Yordo, Stamby, Forbes, into Zaire. Zaire now will lose it to Gabriel. We started this game so well, and we might start on the back foot now. It's Byron behind. Ramsdale with the save. Barrios on the rebound. Can't get anywhere. Forbes. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe down to Forbes, and Forbes now. Can he cut inside? No. Pau Torres did well there, but Smith Rowe will even do better to keep the pressure on. Now back to Forbes, and Forbes from distance. Straight at Athletic at the blah blah blah. Forbes down from Saka, and Forbes in behind Gabriel. He has Smith Rowe. I took the shot instead. I meant to hit square. Hit circle. Wrong pad. Referee, blow your whistle. Get to halftime, please. Get to halftime, please. Virgil, clear the ball. We'll go into halftime 0-0 again. However, we're on the front foot. We're on the doorsteps of Oblak's net. Forbes. Forbes from distance! Oblak, get that one out your net! And Forbes will put Arsenal on his back. And in the 68th minute, we finally have the breakthrough here. It's 1-0 to the Arsenal. And it's 1-0 on aggregate. Look at this finish right here. I thought it was going to be another easy save by Oblak. Keeper scrambling to try and get to that. Just couldn't get to it. And that is the best goal you'll see to hopefully secure our ticket to the semifinals. You can't even see the goalkeeper. That's how bugged this game is. Bayer for Atletico Madrid. Bayer for Atletico Madrid. Please, Virgil. Into Barella. Barella into Molina, shot blocked by Davies and Odegaard. Vahi now, and Vahi Ramsdale with a fantastic save. And the last moments of the game here. Last moments, and Joao Felix puts into the back of the net. No! We're going to extra time. For a spectacular goal isn't the one to win it. And I don't know how much legs I got left in this time myself. But they equalize with nearly the last kick of the game. Unfortunately, you can't even see the replay. Oh, Barella, Euro, Norton Cuffy, bad pass, penalty, shootout for the win. Pressure is all on me here. Forbes is going to step up first. I'm going to go top right. The keeper nearly goes right, or he goes rightish, but not right enough. It's up now to the AI completely. Barella down the middle, 1-1 here. Paulo Dybala, the fresh legs, maybe should have came on a little bit earlier, maybe the start of extra time, or maybe later on in the second half there. He makes it 2-1. Joao Felix, Ramsdale, unorthodox dive there. 2-2 here. Bukayo Saka is up next, and Bukayo Saka chips it down the middle. Oblak saves. It's Marios now to the right. Ramsdale goes above, and Atletico Madrid take the advantage here. Declan Rice up next, and Declan Rice will go middle left. Keeper stays middle. We need Molejo to miss this. We need Ramsdale to make up a save. He doesn't. It's 4-3. It's now up to Martin Odegaard. If he misses this, Atletico win. If he makes this, Ramsdale needs to step up big. Martin Odegaard against Jan Oblak here. And Jan Oblak will stand still again. Don't tell me Bukayo Saka is going to be the one to let us down now. Both is up next to win it for Atletico Madrid, or Ramsdale to extend the penalty shootout for at least one more, and Atletico Madrid are through. We get knocked out on penalty shootouts again for the second time this season. One in the FA Cup against Coventry City, now against Atletico Madrid here, and we get knocked out of the Europa League. Wow. When we come back in next episode, it will be the season finale. We'll take on Manchester United. We'll take on Newcastle. We also have Liverpool. And we'll finish the season off trying to get the league title. Win at least for the season. Something. Trying to make something out of this season. And not a typical Arsenal season where we kind of compete like we are right now. And then we just don't win anything. Kind of like the last two seasons that we've had in real life here. So we'll try and rectify that and at least get the league title. That's all we can get now. So until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.